Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Happy Times Podcast. My name is Joey Kidney. Oh, yes, hello, YouTube. I always forget that I'm filming now. If you guys don't know, I created a YouTube channel for the podcast and a Instagram account for the podcast as well. The YouTube is called the Happy Times Podcast, and then the Instagram is the Happy Clips. And you can find that all on my Instagram at Joey Kidney or, whatever. If you just search the Happy Times, it pops up. I'm not too worried about that. Today, I want to also announce that I'm going on a little tour, right? I have an upcoming show on March 6th, which I'm really excited for. It's in LA, and it's with Elle Mills and Chris Clemens on March 6th in LA at the Waffle from 6 to 9 p.m. And if you guys don't have tickets yet, please go grab some tickets. They start at $25. We have some coffee. We have some great talks. We just have an amazing time. And so I'd love to see you there. So make sure you go and grab tickets. It's in the link in my bio on my Instagram account. So I hope to see you there, as well as shows in Phoenix on March 5th. Like, these are little pop-up shows, so they're not necessarily full shows. I know I just said shows, but they're just pop-ups because I just don't know how big of an audience I have out there, and there's a lot to do. I just wanted to do one show, and I figured LA was probably the best place to do it. So I decided that I'm going to do little pop-ups that are also going to be like half shows in Phoenix on March 5th, Orange County on March 7th, and San Diego on March 8th. And I hope to see everybody there as well. Don't think that they're going to be any different. It's just simply that it's a full show in LA because I was able to get people to come and help me out with the show. If it's just me at a show, it's kind of boring. Not boring. Crap. I'm not trying to undersell this. It's just there's a lot more production behind a show with a lot of people and live performances and everything. And the pop-up shows, it's more about an intimate experience that's just a little bit smaller. And I get to talk with you guys one-on-one versus putting on a show type of thing. And so I'd love to see you guys at both. If you can make it to all of them, that's amazing. But the West Coast, yeah. Anyways, that was 2 minutes of too much. Now, let's just hop right into it. I don't have a time frame for this podcast. I don't have anything. This is just all something that I thought about in the shower. Honestly, I come up with the best ideas in the shower. I think everybody does. It's either you're watching TikTok on the toilet or you're thinking about stuff in the shower. That sounds so wrong. Anyways, I've been on TikTok recently, and I also finally got my account name back. So I'm not Joey's Kidney. I'm just Joey Kidney. And it's so powerful, that app. It's like insane. It's insanely powerful. But I have a lot of fun on it. I've kind of accepted the fact that I'm older on the app. Anyways, I'm not trying to plug that. I'm not trying to plug that at all. I want to talk about falling in love, except with a broken heart, because this is something that, I hate to admit it, but it's something that I've been dealing with lately, and that's how I come up with all these topics, unfortunately, but it's something that I've been really, really having a hard time with lately, and it's not against my girlfriend, and it's not against anyone but me. And I think a lot of people are going to look at this title, and we'll get into it, but a lot of people are going to look at this title and think that it's about an ex, or it's about somebody that they loved, or somebody that never loved them, and stuff like that. And it's not. That's not why I personally experience this, and maybe why you experience it, but it's not why I experience this. Now to jump right into it, the right people, wrong time is bullshit. I think that's absolute bullcrap. I don't think that's true at all. I have dated my fair share of people, I'm sure, as you, or you've never dated a person, but you maybe have friends that come into your life and then leave randomly, and you're like, I don't understand. And the way I think about this, the way that I understand this for myself, is that those people were there for you in those times because they were meant to be there in that certain time. And they're meant to not be there in the future. And that's okay, because there are certain people in our lives that are there for certain parts in our lives to get us through things, to help us. And I know it seems like leaving us weakens us, but it honestly makes us stronger so we can move on our own. So take everything that they taught you, or the positives, and take that and move on with it. And so when people are like, oh, right person, wrong time, I'm just like, I don't think that's that's true. You can't blame time because it's nothing that you're ever going to be able to change. You're never going to be able to change the time. So accept the fact that it is the right person. It is the right time. It just doesn't need to last forever. My ex, I think she's an amazing person. Well, the ex that you guys know. I have other exes. It's weird. On the internet, everybody thinks I've only ever dated like one person. And I guess like fully dated like for a long period of time, yes. But there's been other people. So it's not just like one ex. When I say ex, anyways. The ex that you know, Danielle. Danielle and I had a wonderful relationship. It was amazing. And everyone said, like, oh, right person, wrong time. And at first I was like, oh, yeah, like, I believe you. That it really sucks, blah, blah, blah. And then I got to thinking about it more. And it's just not true. She was lovely, and she was there for me at that time, and I needed her at that time. And she made me a wonderful person at that time, and that trickled on to where I am now. And there's a lot of stuff that she taught me, and as well as I taught her, and that we've carried on into either a future relationship or just future life. And it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It doesn't mean that there's somebody that you're never ever going to see again or whatever. It's just they were meant to be there in your life at that point. And that's all it is. That's all. It's as simple as that. And so I think when it comes to falling in love with like new people or falling in love with anyone, you kind of have to let yourself do it. I understand it's a super, super scary thing. I remember when I started to fall for, I don't want to say this online, but when I started to fall for someone very special, I feel like I'm getting red. I stopped myself. I built it up so high in my head, and then I just stopped myself because, I was so afraid of getting hurt. And not only by them, but by me. It's not that I was so scared, like, oh my God, this person's going to break up with you. It was, oh my God, am I going to build this up, and then am I going to break up with them? Am I going to hurt them? Am I going to hurt myself? And all that. And that's a really, really tough thing to talk about and explain, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there who think that way but aren't saying anything. And so I don't think I'm alone on that subject. That's not necessarily the reason or what we're talking about today, but I did want to touch on it a little bit. And so, yeah, it doesn't mean... Falling in love with a broken heart doesn't mean that you got a broken heart from like a past relationship or anything like that. That's not what this means. It means, for me, it means I don't love myself enough to love someone else because my heart is broken by me. And that's a really tough thing to say. I've been dealing with my own little broken heart for quite some time now. For probably the past 3 years. And it's something that I've never mastered. I'm still working on it. And I've always thought to myself that, no, I can't date anyone because, I'm not okay. Or I'm not, at a full 100% self-love as I should be. I'm not going to date anyone because I have a broken heart. And I thought that for the longest time. And it doesn't mean that you should go out and break up with someone or that you shouldn't date anyone. Because you need to figure out yourself first, yes. But again, there's no wrong time, sorry. I feel like since I'm talking to the camera, I need to redo it. There's no wrong time. It's all the right time. If you're dealing with this and someone comes along, maybe they were supposed to help. Maybe it's something that they were supposed to stop by and do. And maybe they're supposed to stop by forever and help you forever and make you love yourself even more. But a relationship is not meant to completely... A relationship is not meant to complete you. It's meant to complement you. And when you're dealing with a broken heart that's given to you by yourself, if you have somebody come and try to love you, and have you explain that and then them leave, they were meant to leave. They were not meant to stay. And if they stay, that means they really love you. They do. And I think you should actually pay attention to that. I know it's tough when you're dealing with your own little self-hatred, your own little self-battle, but kind of appreciating and realizing who's around you and who's still there is so important and beneficial and can truly help you see more in life. And just understand that the ones that left were never meant to be. And when they're never meant to be, at that time, that means you were meant to love yourself even more. It means that maybe it was that wrong person. Maybe it was just somebody that wasn't meant to be there at that time, you know? But if we're talking about this right person, right time situation that I explained earlier, then I believe that everybody I talk to in every single day, I believe that they come into my day for a reason. Whether it's to make me it could be negative and it's to make me realize something that I should have realized a long time ago. Or maybe it's something positive and something that lifts up my mood. And maybe it's just a stranger passing me by that either has like a good sense of style, or they're laughing, or they're listening to good music, and I'm like, oh, that's a good song. Something just to lighten up my mood. I think there's a lot of times when we get connected with people and we don't even realize that how strong that connection is and how much that can mean to us. It could be the simplest thing of being Canadian and opening a door for somebody. That's a huge thing. But when it comes to loving yourself, don't let anybody get in the way. Whether it is that right person, whether it is the person that you love and loves you, just know that if they stay, it doesn't mean that you stop self-love. If someone stays to love you after you've told them that you broke your own heart in the past and you're really trying to work to love yourself, it doesn't mean you stop this self-love. It just means that now you have a helping hand. So take that hand, hold it tight, and continue on with your journey. Just know that you need to still be there for yourself. There's still going to be those times where you want to be alone, and that's completely okay. It's okay to go off and do your own thing, even in a relationship, because you have to work on that self-love. If you know that you're going to get angry, and I'm guilty of this, if you know that you're going to get frustrated or angry if you don't go and work out or run or sweat in a day, and you're going to be all built up and then the littlest of thing is going to take you off, then that's your own fault. So take your time and go do you for a little bit. It doesn't mean that you have to get rid of them. It just means that you got to go do you. You can come back, hold that hand real quick. It's still going to be there. If they love you, it's still going to be there. And if it's not, then it was their time to go. And it was your time to move on. I hope that makes sense to everybody. That's kind of all I have for today. I was just thinking about it in the shower, and it just really hit me. Like I don't know if I was crying or if it was the water tears. Okay. Jeez. I really wanted to talk about it because it was something that hit me emotionally, and it's something that I've been dealing with for a little bit. Self-love is something that I've struggled with my whole entire career. I'm sure you guys know. And recently I've stumbled upon it again, and I just want to make sure that I don't miss the catch on this one, because I need a lot of it, and I'm going to work on it. And I do have an amazing girlfriend. She's lovely. She's beautiful. And I'm not supposed to talk about her. My manager tells me I'm not supposed to, but she's a huge part of my life. And it's a huge part of, that helping hand that really helps me keep going and helps me smile in the day. And I'm very, very grateful for her. And just because I'm having a bad day doesn't mean that she's the reason why. She could be the reason why I have a great day. At the end of the day, I choose how to live that day, because that day is mine, that day is for me. I'm not going to let anybody affect that in a negative way. And if it is negative, make it into a positive, because that's on me. And that's on self-love. I feel like I just talked in TikTok formula. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you stay beautiful. And just to let you know, we still have sad hoodies on sale on stay.ca, as well as my book, What's the Rush. Also, again, LA show is on March 6th with Elle Mills and Chris Clemens. I was almost going to say Elle Clemens. That'd be cute. They'd have a cute kid. And then I have pop-up shows in Phoenix on March 5th, Orange County on March 7th, and then San Diego on March 8th, and I hope to see you guys all there. I will have more information on the pop-up shows very soon, but you can go and grab your tickets to the LA shows. I love you guys very much, and just go to my Instagram and click on the link in the bio, and it gives you all your info. So I hope to see you guys there. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.